Already quite busy around. Somehow this period being sick and then having some a little minor health issues. I managed to cut a little bit, so I'm like at the 54 kgs, which I mean the lowest I ever been I think was ever 53. So nothing like really matters. 'Cause, as long as I'm comfortable with the weight and carrying it around, it's fine. I guess I can cut more, but I know that 54 is a healthy, comfortable weight for me. However, yeah, like because of the being a little bit sick, that's usually the period when I actually take care of my diet very well. It's also when you don't really want to eat any crap, so just taking some good whole foods. Gotta warm up a little bit now. A couple people watching already. Guys, please let me know if the sound is good. When I step away, you can hear me or not. And hello here. Hi guys. Well, let me know. Can you hear me? That's first and foremost. You can hear properly from the distance. See a mic. Hey, you see your vlog. Did you hear me? Slavic Peter Jan. Yeah, that joke is stuck with me forever now. Your painting videos are good. Thank you. After the training, I'll be painting too. Funny enough, but you're gonna get all of it. But today, back to lots of training. So basically warming up now. I'm just gonna hit some heavy bag. So stay tuned. Okay, I think I'm warmed up. I'll drink some water. Yeah, let's get some heavy bag. Always training. Well, at least being consistent. Greetings from Argentina. Hi, Argentina. Good to have you here. Oh no. Okay, well, I gotta take another. Okay. Getting back? Okay, nothing broke. Okay. This gotta last for a little bit at least. Trying to tie my hair so it doesn't mess up with my eyes. Like now. It's long enough now so I can just have it like this. Okay. So I have a Reebok gloves here. Those are actually the ones that's a gift for my husband. But, well, obviously we share a lot of things, so I took them today. There's a couple pairs anyways, but yeah. So those I bought back in Georgia. Yeah, one change back today. I'm gonna go for rounds, okay? Just pacing. So at this first round's gonna be general warming up round, then second round is gonna be only jabs, that kind of stuff. So okay. I'll time it. Okay, so let's take 3 minutes, but it's gonna be pacing. It's not gonna be too harsh. MMA gloves, even MMA fighters don't really train with MMA gloves, especially on the heavy bag. I mean, nothing wrong if you want to make your fist stronger somehow, like for that purpose. But even with the boxing gloves, that's like your wrist gets stronger. So it's kind of more of the unnecessary damage, and you kind of ruin the gloves. So it's better to train with the boxing gloves. I'm not saying telling you what to do. I'm just telling you general that even MMA fighters prefer to train with boxing. And I even spy with the boxing gloves. Okay, so I'm gonna flip the camera like this. Okay. Да. Ребят, я одну из кружек возьму тоже. Вы выберите, какую вы хотите. Okay. Okay. So I'll get central. These guys are also working, so I'm gonna take the central bag. It is Vietnam, guys. Okay. Well, technically, it's not a fighting skills, it's a heavy back skills. Doesn't necessarily translate on its fighting itself. That's why everyone can look good on a heavy back. But if you really want to see if they're good, you at least gotta see their sparring. Conditioning, I mean, I kind of pace it down. I always rush because I used to do amateur boxing, and that was pace. Pace was crazy, like always throwing punches, always bouncing. So now it's because I would do if I fight, I'll do professional. The pacing becomes different here. Where you from? I'm from Georgia, Tbilisi, the country. I got 14 wins in MMA. Do you box or MMA? Oh, good for you. It's a good record. I do boxing. I do boxing specifically. We watch MMA together. We like to talk about, especially UFC. A lot of UFC fans here. However, I train boxing. This is Coach Chan, by the way. He's a very good coach. Now he's training together with his personal client. Okay, gotta do another round, okay? Same pacing, gonna be just jabs, like front hand. I might switch to the southpaw and do the same, but it's gonna be the front hand predominantly. Still waiting on the beat today. One day, all the way still happening. Still getting back to the guru, guys. Okay. Well, gotta get ready. Let's go. Another boxing heavy background. Here we go. Okay. Let's time it. Woo. Inhale, exhale. One more time. Let's see the liver shots. Piotr Jan. Again. Should I take it faster now? Oh man, I wish way lighter, but I wish I was as powerful. Canal is legend. My husband is in the chat. Hi, baby. Yeah, I'm okay. Okay. Never neglect the water. Drink in between. And make sure you're hydrated before the training too, and after especially. Maybe when you do rounds, you can't drink physically a lot because you get bloated, and that's not what you do during sparring or a fight. But always wash your mouth. Shevchenko's favorite punches. No, a boxer. I'm spitting back a lot in boxing. You asking me that, Miguel? Of course you know that it's not. It's like a provocative question. Do you put more mental effort in boxing or painting? Oh, definitely boxing. it's harder. Painting is like relaxing, it's just zoning out, immediate flow state. Like I can talk and paint and be simultaneous and have a fast progress. Like with painting, I feel more invincible. I like with painting. I always know, even if I don't never delve to the material, even if I haven't done it in a very long time, I'll find a way how it looks good. With boxing, as much as I'm confident in a lot of things, it's just still takes work, guys. Right? It's a lot of physical work. It's a lot of physical pain. All that kind of stuff. So okay, you paint. Yes, you can check out my yesterday's one of my live streams, and I'm gonna live stream too because today I'm gonna continue the painting as well. Okay. Okay. Now it's gonna be. I'm gonna try to. So it's gonna be three punches. 1, 2, 3, or like thumb up head, or thumb opposite straight. It's like gonna do three punches. Just that's basically for conditioning. Sometimes I can go faster, meaning I'm not gonna fight this one, but it's gonna be more faster. Sometimes it's gonna be harder, so I'm gonna pace it. Let me drink. Yeah. And I'm gonna do the third round of the workout. All right, let's flip the camera. Okay, I actually love this bag, so I'm gonna have this one. Well, throw a jab, and overhand, and lead uppercuts. Yeah, I can do that. Really always we want their class much. Special focus is like both classes. 1, 3, out. And he also has to. Breathing. One more. Getting back to the regular breathing. Liver shot. I'm fatigued, 3 days rest. Yeah. When you have a systemal fatigue, gotta rest. 100%. Good morning. Okay, so gonna rest a little bit. First round's gonna be just a hard shot. And mostly on the liver. Because those I want to be able to get there. You know what I mean? Like when I punch and land a couple of those, as person, I don't really need to go for head that much. I want really to have a very powerful liver shots. So now breathe out a little bit. Really heat that back, very nice. Heavy bag is a very good training element. You know, don't let it fool you. Never look at the heavy bag and think that the person can fight necessarily. But at the same time, if heavy bag is used correctly with a purpose, yes, that person can fight usually, and they know what to do. Do you ever have a problem with the overtraining? Sometimes I got so taken away, I get addicted to the physical effort. Yeah, I had it, but I had it more when I was in amateur boxing like 8 years ago. But because I didn't know, I was under nutrition, malnutrition, and not supplemented, and I was vegetarian for quite state. So, yeah, the trainings were harsh. It wasn't. Some of them were not even that smart. It was just hard. So, yeah. Let me show you Coach An. So Coach An is a boxer coach here. He's a very smart boxer, smart guy. Good at good sparring classes. Very controlled. We all learn something every time we do sparring sessions with An. And yeah, his favorite boxer is Vasily Lomachenko. Yeah, that was Coach An. Have you done amateur boxing? You could go straight to the pro. There's no limit on if you were amateur or not. And I was amateur for the period of Valley and girls in Georgia. So I think I had 5 written fights, amateur fights in IBA passport. Back then we had like tape, it was like passport. And other than that, I would do open ring sparring. So none of them in official. I don't think I even have a footage left. Really don't. And I wasn't that good either. I didn't know a lot of things. I was taught how to fight on the distance, but I was 57 kg. I could cut weight, so I was too small for my weight class, and I had disadvantage on reach. So I'm way better now. If I even with this condition, if I did some of the fighting now, I would be way better than I used to do before. Good work, coach. Yes, he's great. Amateur is all about footwork. It's a lot of directions. straightforward side step. It's like very it's great. It's great conditioning. It's great if you know how to do it. It's amazing. And some of it you can use in the professional boxing. No doubt. However, okay, I'm going for the that's fourth round now. Switching the camera. How to set up an overhand? Where overhand can be even as random as it can be. Okay. Also, I'll do more like a bigger shot, like stop shots. But I'll try to follow you. Very often, yeah, cross a little bit like that. On the side. So, like, that song, overhead. But sometimes you're just standing like that. You're pointing this jab. All of a sudden, you just go overhead. So, I think overhead is very common for best ways. Yeah, it's not that hard to set it up. I think you don't want to do that. Okay, so now we're almost done. Now I'm going to do the elbows, okay? So let's do it. My favorite example. See how it is? Something like almost before the right now. One second. Yeah. Here we go. Let me sit for a little bit. Now I'm getting a little bit tired. That was the first round. I pretty much always punch heavy. I never plan any round, so the sum of my punches throughout the rounds are quite focused. Uh, so yeah, that takes energy, especially after being sick and then food poisoning, like a lot of nonsense going on, like a minor health issues. It feels good to feel that explosivity. Even before, like I just got angry I went on the rope. I didn't record it, I didn't bother, but I was like, if I still got it, at least I could go up with only my hands, with only hands, at least halfway through the rope. And I did it. It was maybe a little bit harder, maybe shocking for for my body, but I did it. So yeah, I'm glad that my strength is there. And conditioning when I pace it correctly is not that bad either. You set up overhands by feinting, jabs, hooks, crosses, then throws. Yeah, basically when you do that sleep along with the throwing the punch, you technically that's what you do. You expect that to be jab, but you pretty much every punch you can set up with jab. So use that jab, your own jab. Just distract your opponent, make them confused about what you're gonna do next, and then just do an overhead. Vivo or Arthur, I like both, but they're two very different styles. Like Better Bio is like crazy conditioning, short, steep, very powerful punches, or painful punches, I would say, I guess. With Biwol, crazy footwork, like a Frankenstein of the Soviet classics, and definitely his own natural, authentic style. So let's see. I'm looking forward for trilogy. I still think B-Ball takes the last one, but I might be wrong. Also, if I'm not mistaken, B-Ball is younger too. Better be a what age is Arthur? Is it like 30 something, like closer to 40 now? Double jab then hook. Yeah, that works too. Whatever lens. Manny Pacquiao or Floyd Mayweather. I give Floyd is a smart businessman. He grew into a businesswoman, not only a boxer. However, Manny Pacquiao is a legend to me. He's my one of my like boxing heroes, and his story is like that's just a script for a movie. So Arthur is 40 already. Yeah, okay, that's true. Well, it's interesting thing whether power, strength and power doesn't go. I think that that's something that fades last if it's maintained, and that's why it's very common in the heavyweight. It's not common, but you've seen like George Foreman was like came back at 45, and you have heavyweights that are like fighting to 40 successfully. You have Usyk who's 38, and he's like killing it. So yeah, strength, power is something that fades last, and then but that when it comes to speed, agility, conditioning, I think those things start to show up at some point. Also, don't forget about the injury. There is an injury history, and the longer you do professional sport, the more the potentially more injuries you're exposed to. So that can be a big factor too. Do you like Lomachenko? I love him. I've been practicing his shifts, like he's the way he does it, like his style. Like he usually. I'll do that actually in the next round. Okay, I think I rested enough. I'll do one more round of that work because why not? Let's keep it 5 rounds, 3 minutes. It's not bad at all. And yeah, I'll show you the shifts. Okay, the two ways I like to do it. So I'm gonna put it from like this. Okay, that should be good. Why do you box fight? Because it's good for your mental clarity. We will that's all basics to perfection. Very well said. Those elements that achieve the matrices to use the quite often. Yeah. Then you see, that's rotate. So that's how you do it. Okay. Yeah. I mean, you go take the other side. Okay. Couple more punches. So the total is that. That's one way. So the first one, three, and then later on the side. There's another word which I like even more. So it's like, okay, so one, just the regular check cross. And then on the cross, I already sleep. But the check cross kind of blocks me to hide it. It's even more, so it's not much extra moving. It's basically just, come here, come here, already. And same goes to the house. What's that lens? Is this lens here? And then the right, or shift it. This case, it has to be now a little bit of step forward. And shift. Creating the language. So again, the first person is on to 3 to 4. In this case, they go shortly. Next time, let's see. Step, pull in, sleep, shift, up. You see? We get a different setup, but then we're in the same direction. Same on the left side. Okay. My husband told me that it's not very, it doesn't sound well when I'm away on the back, so sorry for that. All I'm saying is there are 2 ways to set it up. Jab, and then sleep, and then you do that shift after the sleep. And my favorite one, just do 1, 2, and once I land the right one, I'm already slightly slipping to the left, stepping to the left, and then I shift immediately. So you can play around with both, and it's I think it's quite good. Alessandro Usyk, my beloved, everyone loves Usyk. He's just very feel. He's feel. Don't push the horses. Don't push the horses. Vivo and use Soviet style. Terence Crawford versus Vivo should happen. Well, yeah, but I wouldn't blame Terence if he doesn't do that. And we just he technically did he retire? I think he retired. It doesn't mean anything because the boxers come back from retirement like nothing. But Vivo also is way bigger. He was even too big for Canelo. So going up that much in a weight class is a little bit tricky. So I think Bivol definitely would have very high chances to counter Crawford, even with his fluid style, just because of his conditioning and his perfect distance control and his size advantage, it just would be easier for him to impose the game. Yes, that's true. I'm married. Form is cleaner than my life decision. That's funny. You gotta work on your form. Uzi got knocked out by once by a horse. And do you remember that interview that where he literally told that story with like barely speaking English? It's like that's how he told the story, and it was maybe the most hilarious way to tell it. Okay, yeah, I think I'm done with the rounds. I did five good rounds. Okay, I tasted. It wasn't horrible. It was 3 minutes each. The boxing minutes. So yeah, um, that interview was hilarious. Yeah, it was funny. I was Dubois was there too, and he was like, "Don't push the horses." And Dubois like, What are you talking about? What does it mean? Like, don't push the horses. You gotta listen to the remix of it. It's actually super funny. Yeah, when he told the story, opponent knew he had no chance. Yeah. It's amazing. He's like one of the most funny, one of the funniest people, athletes out there. He doesn't really take himself seriously in that sense, but he's a serious man. But he's not at the same time. So that's what we love about him. Dubois versus Joshua rematch, like third trilogy. Well, technically, uh, Usyk won both. Like he showed the like fair and square. So it would make sense to do this third because Dubois is very good boxer. I think he's very powerful, very good potential and everything. It just takes he would need to readjust his game with Usyk. Definitely goes through this like the whole camp for dedicated to it. You know, there is a remix. Yeah, you gotta find it. It was somewhere on Instagram. I looked at it. It was hilarious. Are you Swedish? No, I'm Georgian. Vivo versus Joshua. Yeah, Joshua. That's so unfortunate what happened to him. He's thanks God he's well himself, but losing best friends and the teammates like that, it's just like I think he's retired for at least for some time now. You're too pretty to fight. You would take this risk. Well, good for me. I would fight the same size and same weight class as I am, and girls as well. Right? I'm not fighting. I'm not fighting men or anything like that. So it should be fine. Encouraging my wife to start hitting the bag. Well, believe it or not, it's a good anger relief. Like I'm never look at my face now after 5 rounds. Like I'm never ever angry. I'm never ever fighting with my husband. I'm like always smiling, laughing. When you start doing sparrings too, and you get here and there a little bit, that you become even. I am joking. Yeah, be careful with your head. But I'm not. No jokes about throwing some punches on the heavy bag. It literally is a good anger relief. So I think it's gonna be good for you. Usyk is the best interviewer. Usyk, how do you feel? Usyk, I feel. No, I will read in this way. I feel. I am feel. I am feel. Uh, Are you flyweight? Flyweight or even a minimal weight. I'm just gonna see what is there any competition, is there's any, I prefer to go as low as possible, like 48, 49 kgs. And it's not very far, it's like a 2 kgs lower than flyweight technically. So I would go all the way down in the beginning, and then we'll see. The Georgian, I see. Do you watch Marab's fight? Yes, I've seen it. I've seen all of his fights, um, especially the ones starting from the Jose Aldo and the rest. Georgia was going crazy when Marab was fighting all those, and yeah, we all seen the last fight. Well, I hope he's resting. I hope he's taking it seriously. I hope he's readjusting his game plan. I mean, his team. Because fully recovered Marab, fully energized Marab, and still pushing. I mean, as much wrestling, we don't like wrestling that much as Piotr Jan. And Piotr Jan prepared well. He prepared well with takedown defenses. He really did prepare for everything. But it was a lot of factors from Marab's side too. Like the way Marab was when he fought Piotr first time. That's the Marab we need to be back. So we shall see. The Marab is not getting younger, right? So not setting unrealistic expectations, but it's also Marab. I think he still has a couple words to say before he essentially retires. Have you seen Elias fights? Of course, yes, I've seen. I think my first fight in UFC, at least. I mean, I've seen some of his wrestling highlights and some fights before, but my first fight that I saw and I was like, oh my god, was uh, Tapuria versus Herbert in the lightweight. I think that was his first lightweight, and then he went down to featherweight, and then came back to lightweight now. But yeah, that was, and he wasn't that experienced yet, but he showed the class and resilience and strong chin, everything. Like that was the fight where he almost got he got on canvas, he got knocked down, and Herbert just relaxed for a second, and Ilya recovered immediately, went for his leg, then pushed him against the cage, and there was like a little bit back and forth that round, and then this next round after he just knocks him out flat. They both unleash whatever they have. So that was I think that was the first fight I watched. My first fight was Cain Velasquez versus Rob Lesnar. Oh, my first fight was um, I think it was Ronda Rousey versus Misha Tate. Because that's the period when I'm like I was born year 2000, and that's I was like 15 years old. And then it's like McGregor, and then Poirier, Holloway, like that era, mostly lightweight. Some of the John Jones in that period, and and everything that was above that is a little bit of history to me, right? So I would. It's not like it wasn't like the first fight I watched that is going on now. I had to rewatch and educate myself on the pioneers era when the Ultimate Fighter thing just became a thing. So that the Tapuria Herbert fight was I think the first one I watched the Tapuria's fights. Lightweight is the most entertaining division, honestly. Yeah, it's kind of always been, but I like now how it's going between. So we have dynamics, some dynamics in the flying weight even. By the way, Pantoja seems to be not needing a surgery, despite his injury looked rough. He seems to be okay, so his recovery might be faster, which is good. And yeah, what else? Then we have bantamweight, featherweight, also interesting dynamics going on, and lightweight is quite interesting still. Well, despite some people complaining, and We have welterweight. Welterweight is actually stuck now, and it's just exciting to see what's going to go in the welterweight. So I think middleweight is a little bit nah. I mean, respect to Hamzat, but he's going to sit there because I don't think anyone's going to match his wrestling at this point. Uh, there is someone. What was this guy's name? He's Ukrainian. Yeah, he even fought in the war now. Forgot the name. He is going in the middleweight. That's going to be interesting. I think he's a wrestler. He doesn't have any losses or anything like that. He says like a clean record or just a one loss. That might be interesting contender, but he needs to get up to in the rankings first. Do you know Levan Saginashvili? Yes, I do. It's a Georgian Hulk. Of course, we all know Georgian Hulk. Uh, okay. Well, I'm pretty much done with my like few rounds that I plan to do. Yeah, I'm not gonna go heavier than that for now. Heavyweight is cursed. Yeah, heavyweight is a little bit. Yeah, a little bit. Well, it is what it is right now. Oh, my first fight versus John St. Pierre versus BG Peng. Oh, that's a cool. I think they fought twice, didn't they? If I'm not mistaken. They fought twice, and rather one of those fights were controversial or BG Pen won. Just remind me, please. I don't remember exactly. So yeah. Anyways, guys, I'm done with the training. I'm gonna wrap it up, and well, I'll do next live stream, but this time it's gonna be painting. I'm gonna keep working on my piece. So Tom is still blind. I heard. Well, he actually seemed to be confirmed damage on his eyes, so I can't blame him. Also, people comparing, I mean, eye pokes should be punished, right? Deducting point or even disqualification, depending on the severity, they can rewatch it and see it. But like people also talk about Justin Gagey, those couple eye pokes were not it didn't seem intentional. He just had to poorly close the wrist, and that unfortunately a lot of fighters do that. So yeah, the referee should have seen that. I don't know why they didn't see that. They should have paused it and deducted point or something. Like that would be fair. But it definitely he just tried to set up the jab and then he went directly on the overheads that landed cleanly. So I feel sorry for Paddy on this one. But here's the thing. Even Paddy said that that's when he got that heavy punch in solar plexus, that's the first thing that he took him out. So when he says that, and his fans trying to say, "Oh, he would win," yeah, Paddy showed that he can push through and create a dangerous moment even under that pressure and that damage. But Justin was literally beating him up from the very first round. He was. Okay. There was low blows from both sides by accident. Another mistake from referee. I don't know what angle he was standing. He didn't see that from Paddy or like on the Paddy. But yeah, again, that should have been paused too, and Paddy should have been recovered. But yeah, if you compare a Dustin cycle or the one that Holloway put on the sorry Justin and the Holloway put on Justin, comparing to Tom Aspinall's eye pokes from and also that is heavyweight. Come on, that was the nastiest eye poke ever, guys. I don't think people really want. They kind of neglect it, but it's different when you have just like it slides in your eye, and when you have two eyes literally pushing in your retina. It's not good. So even I mean, as much I hate eye pokes, and I think it should be punished depending on the severity. It's yeah, it's there can be a difference between how it occurs. Max versus Jesse rematch is what I want. I mean, we shall see if what happens if Max wins with Charles over Charles. He's one of the contenders too. So it really depends what when they put Arman in the fight, and it also depends when Tafuria comes back. It really depends on all those things. Um, so yeah, as an interim, they're gonna keep fighting for the interim belt. Tafuria comes back, unifies it or something. So yeah, it's a lot of question marks, but we might get Max versus Justin. You never know. Max will knock out Justin. Well, yeah, Max definitely did it once, but Justin Gage is a dog, so you don't underestimate him. Justin lost against Max because he was being careless. That's true. There's even a moment like he's. What was the fight after Max Holloway? He actually won, Justin, and I think his coach was telling him that okay, when you relax too much, you know what happens, and you're getting finished, and he's like, yeah, twice. Like, yeah, he knows the assignment. Well, even with Paddy, I think he could finish that fight within the first two rounds. He actually could, but he kind of like showed that he's in control. Yeah, we love Gage for that. But again, is it the smartest thing for him to do? Was it risky? Yes, it was. Prettiest tough girl. Not tough. I'm just a girl. Just had 1 minute to get the knockout since he would have lost the decision. Well, instead he got knocked out. Tom ruined his reputation with that eye. And I'll be honest, like again, people can say whatever they want. With that eye poke and with his official diagnosis now and issues. Okay, what did we want? We would want him to get blind or something, and then we would say, oh, he was stupid. So people would judge him in this situation no matter what. It also sucks. You're a champion, you're defending, and first round goes, and it's like it looked like it would be a tough fight. Nothing against that. I'm not diminishing the Cyril Gun, but then there is a John Jones style. Like that was an eye poke eyeball. That wasn't a close wrist. It was literally opened up palm to his face. And then it's like, okay, do you keep fighting and you lose because you're 100% gonna lose after that kind of fight? This, I think there almost not a single fight. Almost there might be some, but there's like most of the fights end up into a loss for someone who got eye poked. So that would be the worst title defense, and people would still say that they are sucked and this and that. What's the point? I just hope he recovers and they do the rematch, and we shall see what happens. Sirogan has the fastest hands in the heavyweight. He was doing well, yeah, no, fastest hands, but also fast fingers. Like that open palm, man. That like, I understand there's an MMA sometimes you gotta push away your opponent, but this, what are you looking forward? You're like, you want to push them away like this and then punch. That's dirty. That's dirty. But okay, guys, gotta wrap it up now. Thank you very much. See you in the next one with the painting this time.